Countertop Conversations. We're diving into a very, very unique conversation about, are we all created equal?
Yeah, I think that's something that we hear a lot. We talk about potential a lot. We talk about the things that we can do with our lives, and you hear from everybody from your parents to your teachers to your preachers. But, we really want to explore that in this episode and talk about if there's some things getting in the way of it, or if there's any truth in it at all.
Yeah, I guarantee you this episode is going to challenge the way you think about it. During the episode, we actually sat here and talked about how we kind of went back and forth on what we thought.
All right, so the initial question was, are we all created equal? And I'll let you start with that answer. What you think?
As we talked about that, as we brought that up, as part of this conversation, I had to kind of reflect on experiences to try to get something substantive to validate that, because you got, let's just say, a situation like Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Can we say that you or myself have the same talent that would have gotten us to the level where Michael Jordan is? He's taller.
Mm-hmm.
He has different genetics that are generally given to him from his parents and the gene pool.
Okay.
Let's take Bill Gates. Just finished watching that documentary the other day. I mean, it's was Bill Gates specifically gifted from God to manifest the things that he was able to accomplish in his life? And is it safe, or is it fair for us to believe that someone could have been what Bill Gates was uniquely created to do? So on that playing field, I don't know if equal is the right term.
Okay, so are you assuming that, okay, because if I'm hearing you right, how you're wording it, you're saying that Michael Jordan, Bill Gates, they were uniquely gifted and almost divinely gifted to be different, right? To be set aside, meaning no matter how hard anybody else would have tried, they would not have superseded these men in their profession.
I believe that's a fair argument.
Okay, so my question is, what if Michael Jordan was born in a time where there was no basketball? Like, does timing play into it? Does society play into it? Does upbringing play into it? Does culture? Because sometimes for me, I feel like when we talk about being, be unique, be yourself, use gifts God gives you and all that kind of stuff, it's like we're saying it in a way like, all right, if you just do this, you'll be great. And for me, I'm kind of like, I get it, but I'm not always sure that other factors still don't play into that.
Okay, so I guess the question that automatically comes to mind when you say that is, do we count in the factor that we were predestined to be in the space and time that we were born into in order to manifest those gifts that were given to us?
Okay.
If you add that factor, what dynamic does it give you at that particular point?
Well, I think that's the whole, all right, there's only one Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So during his era, there was a Dominique Wilkins, there was A man who played for the Pistons.
Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas.
Magic Johnson.
Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem.
We can
and
go
then
down
even later, here comes Kobe.
Here comes Kobe.
All right. Now, we've seen interviews, we've heard people talk about Kobe's work ethic, we've heard people talk about Michael Jordan's work ethic. My observation still comes down to there's still only one Michael Jordan for that era, right?
Okay.
Now, if there's only one Michael Jordan to stand out in the entire NBA, what's the likelihood that the rest of society is going to be great on that level? You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that everybody's going to be, I'll say this. Sometimes when we talk about greatness, we give the impression that it's going to be a Michael Jordan great.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not.
Yeah.
That's very different from just do something that you enjoy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, Michael Jordan had a deep obsession. Bill Gates had a deep obsession. And
can I add in?
Okay.
Did they find? We all have to ponder with the fact that did we find our calling? Did we find those things that we were truly uniquely gifted to impact this world with? The question is, did they find it and manifest it?
Right.
Did they identify it? Did they manifest it?
Right.
Did they have the drive to manifest it?
Okay.
Was the drive always there? Or did it need to link up with the right timing for it to be manifest? And then the question becomes, how many people in society never make those two connections? Yeah. Because there could be other greats. There could be the greatest housekeeper to ever clean a house, or the greatest person to ever write code.
Right.
But could circumstances have gotten away? And I guess I don't want to get too far away from the topic, but it's all relevant. But the original topic that we chose is, are we all created equal?
Right. So wait a minute. So give me your answer on that. Let me get your answer on, are we created?
Okay, so I have two answers.
Okay.
All right. And I hope you allow me to have two answers.
All right.
Are we all created equal on God's earth for what we are predestined to do? And my answer there would be yes. Are we all created equal on this earth to manifest that particular gift?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer would be no, because I can't be equal to what it is that God gave me.
Okay, so what is the difference?
Okay, I guess to break it down, if I had to kind of illustrate a difference, it would be God equally gave us things that are relevant to us manifesting our gift.
But I don't, that can't be true. Because if that's true, then that means that if I have 10 talents, you got 10 talents, even though those 10 talents could be different things.
No, that's not the premise of how I'm saying it, I guess I should say.
Okay, so we need to agree on what's equal.
Yeah.
All right, well, how do we define equal?
Yeah, so equal would be, when I think of equality, I think a baseline for us all to be able to move forward.
Okay.
Difference between equity and equality.
Okay.
But when you think of equality is a baseline that's set for us all to move forward.
Okay. Meaning, if there were no inhibitors that we would reach our goal and have some level of, and have success or fulfillment?
Or at least we have the opportunity.
Okay. Okay. So at what point or how much does, so if that's nature.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How much does nurture?
Nurture plays a huge role in it. I could have the gift of being, I think I said earlier, a coder, a person code the next great opportunity for us to make advancements in the computer age.
Right.
But I could have been born on the south side of Chicago.
Okay.
You're a coder who have the same or similar gifts and talents that could be manifested, but you were born in Silicon Valley.
Right. Right.
Are we equal?
So one thing that we want to do, we want to have you join in on the conversation at some point.
Yeah, this is geared to be interactive. We want to hear from you. We hope you like the content, but we want to hear from you. We want to know exactly what you think about the conversations that we're having.